What are you afraid of? Heights, showering, talking to people? What about your thoughts? Can you make it through 30 seconds with total silence with yourself? Just kidding, you're safe here. I won't torture you because I'm the same. I get in my head really easily. I can one day be in the most perfect mindset where nothing could ever touch me, and the other I feel like my life is over and everything is crushing me slowly and I can't catch a break no matter what I do. And the problem is that the second mindset is the one that reappears most often. This habit of thinking about our life and the future every once in a while is a good practice to make sure you actually have a goal in mind to the place you want to be in, but it becomes a problem when you constantly envision the future because sooner or later you will think about all the negative things that could happen. Dreams that don't work out, losing relationships, a lot of things can go wrong and we start panicking as if they have already happened. So we go into a spiral of negative emotion where at one point we fix them and we feel alright, but then it hits again and this cycle repeats itself, leaving me to wonder, is there any actual solution to this? I watched a video recently by Marcus Midbowl free soloing a mountain with Alex Honnold. For those of you who don't know, free soloing and climbing means going through the entire obstacle without any equipment whatsoever. Just your hands and legs with nothing holding you from falling thousands of meters to your death. What appeal is there in that? I went climbing once with very safe equipment and in no moment did I feel like, hey, I wonder what this would feel like 200 meters higher and with no equipment. But apparently some people think that. Alex mentioned that the appeal for free soloing was that it was one of the few things that make you be in the present. First, cap, we can be in the present any moment we want to right now, and how different would that present be than the one he is experiencing? And second, how could possibly climbing thousands of meters to your death only to feel this present be so important? So I decided to go along with my day thinking that it was just some cuckoo talk, but I eventually noticed this exact present moment Alex Honnold was talking about is actually really important. I was in my hometown for a few days and I hadn't driven in a long time because I generally don't like the idea of driving that much. But since I have my license, I was like, fuck it, might as well practice again just in case of an emergency. The second I started driving, the feeling I got from it was unreal. The way I felt present in the moment was something I really needed to open my eyes. Right now we can pretend to be in the present, but when the scenario is that you're controlling a 2-ton machine trying to not be hit from another 2-ton machine, everything in your mind gets cleared. Suddenly my life became so much easier. Life problems started disappearing. Non-existing relationship issues made by my anxiety started to fade. All because of driving, the thing that I don't like. It forced me to stay in the moment because lose your focus and you die type shit. And as soon as you get out of the car, the feeling of being present stays. The same thing happened again recently. I was helping my dad with some really high trees and we didn't really know how to properly cut them so they don't fall on our heads, so we just tied a rope around the branch and then we pulled it, hoping that it doesn't hit our heads. Again, same thing with driving. This feeling of being present and making sure that the fucking tree won't fall on your head and die makes all the problems go away. Suddenly, your mind is empty and the only thing you have is what's in front of you. A lesson that I don't want to forget. Yes, comparing these moments I've had with going butt naked on top of a mountain may seem insignificant, but just having a moment of that feeling is enough to realize how worth it is. You may want to climb a mountain or swim with sharks, whatever gives you the tingles. In those moments, no imaginary thought could ever give us anything to worry about. Our heads are clear from all the impurities and we focus on one thing. But what about when we eventually have other things on our mind? Whether you have a lot of things going on in your life right now to take care of, or you got used to what made you feel self-aware of the present, the clarity in your mind fades. Eventually, after driving and helping my dad, I went back to the town that I currently live in. I have no car to drive here and I have no tree to cut to worry about it not falling on my head. Everything here is already something that I'm used to. I'm used to going on the subway or I'm used to scrolling on social media. By the way, you could make a case that something like a phone can make you be in the present and it's the same feeling as driving in that sense, but I personally think that being on your phone scrolling, you will feel present, but for how long? Forget about how long, how much will your brain get fried from all the other negative aspects of distracting yourself with empty media. So anyways, this familiar surrounding brings disconnection from the present only to make guess who come back? Anxiety, again problems. the same problems I used to have, whether I screwed up something and I desperately try to fix it, or when it ends up not having been screwed up in the first place and now worrying if I made it worse by trying to fix it. I keep thinking of things that are not real, and it takes a toll. It takes a toll on me, on my relationships, and on my future. So much worrying about what could go wrong will eventually go wrong if we keep thinking about it. And in the midst of my daily anxiety session, it hit me. The present was the answer all along. But it's not that simple. Simply knowing that the present can help you with your unnecessary thoughts is not enough, because you still have them. We also have to listen to them without judging whatever they have thrown at us. There are so many sources that cover this topic. At this point, you could just spin a wheel and read whatever it lands on. From Buddhists to Stoics to Russians to Germans to, I don't know, anime. But in my opinion, the easiest source to just pick up and start reading is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, which kind of overshoots the importance of the present, but still a fantastic book. In it, we are taught that not judging your thoughts and reacting to them will give us the peace we've always wanted when we're in silence. The problems your mind has are mostly made up by the ego, and when it feels attacked, we go into overthinking mode and protect it, which causes pain in the present. For example, something happens like being fired or having an argument with a loved one. Your ego chooses the best outcome for itself, whether it is to attack the person opposite to you or defend itself by being ignorant of the problem. But the power of now teaches us to surrender to the negative by being in the present. By being in the moment, you do not let the ego interfere with the issue, and suddenly you're not offended or upset. Yes, the issue is still there and maybe needs some kind of solution, but the negativity around it disappears because we don't attach ourselves to it. Where we don't attach ourselves, we can find happiness and the solution to suffering from past or future. Yes, maybe you're currently in a bad present situation. I get it, but I think staying in the moment is still better than going all anxious and cuckoo inside your brain of what possibly could go even more wrong. Being present might not be the solution to all of our suffering that we have accumulated, like Eckhart Tolle tries to portray, but it's still very crucial that we experience the feeling from being right here, right now. And what better way to do it than experiencing a seemingly life-death scenario? And no, I'm not saying go to K2 and climb that shit with no gear whatsoever. Just trying something that we haven't done before that makes us uncomfortable. That emotion will make us forcefully be in the present, and that's what we want. Feel how it was to be in the present and don't forget it, because eventually, like it or not, me and you will get used to the thing that forced us to stay in the present. For me, driving will eventually become second nature and I won't feel as forced to stay aware. You could swim with sharks, same thing after 1,000 tries, but that doesn't matter. What matters is to know the feeling and training your mind to stay right here in the moment. So yeah, maybe my impression of Alex Honnold being a cuckoo is wrong and the feeling of being present is crucial for clarity. Am I still gonna climb a mountain with no equipment? Hell nah! But if you want to, go ahead. Me personally, I'll stay on the ground, but nonetheless, maybe we both have to learn that all the non-existent problems disappear as you focus on the present and actually solve the problems you have. If you get overwhelmed, remember the feeling you felt. What do you think? Is this an actual solution to the non-existing problems, or is there something else that could help? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. You thought I would leave you like that. 30-second silence. Now.